Hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel?
Chris Rock finally addressed the Oscars slap and made Netflix history with the platform's first live global streaming event, where he publicly mocked both Will Smith and Jada Smith, and I can't imagine how furious Jada is right now. On Saturday, Rock headlined Netflix's first ever live-streamed event, a comedy special called Chris Rock Selective Outrage, a title he revealed to be a connection to Will. Though he said he grew up loving and rooting for Will, Rock took time in his routine to slam him and his marriage. Rock said that he was trying to do the show that night without offending no one. He said he was going to try his best not to offend anyone, only for him to do a huge number on Jada Smith and Will. Rock said, "People always say words hurt. Anybody who says words hurt has never been punched in the face." After that quick apparent reference to Will Smith slapping him on stage at last year's Academy Awards, Rock saved his jokes about the incident until the last 10 minutes of the show. Rock joked that everyone knew about him getting smacked by Shug Smith and that it still hurt where he'd been hit. Chris said, "I got summertime ringing in my ears. But I'm not a victim, baby. You'll never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. I took that hit like Pacquiao." He then mocked Jada by making a reference to when she was cheating on Will with her son's friend. Chris Rock said in his routine, "Will Smith practices selective outrage. Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that S. I didn't have any entanglements." As humiliating as the entanglement situation was, Rock was referring to back in July 2020 when Jada opened up about having an entanglement with singer August Alsina years ago while she and Will were on a break. She explained at the time that she and Will eventually were able to repair their relationship, saying at the time, "We have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love." What made the entire situation even more weird is the fact that the couple decided to air their dirty laundry on the internet. The couple, who have been together since they got married in 1997, did an episode of Jada's Red Table Talk show to discuss the situation. Chris mocked the two for telling the world about their personal secrets, and he called Will a bitch for the way he acted after Jada betrayed him. "We all have been cheated on. Everybody in this industry has been cheated on." Joked Rock in the comedy special, "None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. Why the F would you do that, S? She hurt him way more than he hurt me? Okay." It seems as though Will either forgave or forgot about the incident, because he said in an interview with Gayle King in March 2022 that there had never been infidelity in their marriage. He claimed that Jada and him talk about everything and they never surprise one another with anything. Chris Rock said that he tried to reach out to Will after the entanglement news since the whole world was calling Will a bitch, but allegedly Will did not pick up. The comedian then went on to repeatedly call Will a bitch while the crowd busted in laughter. He then joked, "Everybody, and who's he hit? Me? And he knows he can beat. That is some bitch ass." Chris Rock claimed he did nothing wrong to Will Smith and that their problem started when Jada was boycotting the Academy Awards in 2016 during the #Oscars So White backlash and called on Rock to not host the show. It had hurt Jada when her husband Will was not nominated for the film Concussion that year, and in his Oscars monologue that year, Rock made fun of Jada, saying she can't boycott something she wasn't invited to. Chris said, "I made some jokes about her. Who gives a F? That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it. That's what the F happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this S. Nobody was picking on hers." Rock then claimed that Smith's response to his Oscars joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, had nothing to do with him and was more about their relationship than him. "I love Will Smith my whole life," Rock said. "I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. Now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped." In the period drama Emancipation, Smith plays an enslaved man and Chris seems to be having a field day watching Will suffer. Since his comedy skit was titled Chris Rock Selective Outrage, the comedian hit on a wide range of topics other than Jada and Will in the first 50 minutes of the special, including addiction, abortion, racism in America, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, the Kardashian family, and wokeness. Chris said he had no problem with wokeness since he was all for social justice and all for marginalized people getting their rights, but the thing he had a problem with was the selective outrage. Rock said, "You know what I'm talking about. One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the exact same thing, nothing. You know what I'm talking about. The kind of people who play Michael Jackson songs but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime, one of them just his better songs." He also talked about America and tackling the country's division, claiming that America was in horrible shape right now. Chris joked, "We got it worse than Ukraine." "Yeah, I said it. You know why? Because Ukraine is united and America is clearly divided. If the Russians came here right now, half the country would say, 'Let's hear them out.' We're in a bad place right now." Chris Rock also delved into his romantic life, claiming that it was not only non-existent, but that after noticing how dirty his pillowcases were, he had realized the importance of women and how much they do for men. "I'm trying to date women my age, which is 10 to 15 years younger than me," he said. "Don't hate the player, hate the game. I didn't get rich and stay in shape to talk about Anita Baker. I'm trying to F Doja Cat. The entire show started with a pre-show event that kicked off with comedian Ronnie Ching live from Los Angeles, where he told the crowd that they could have pre-taped the whole thing and nobody would have cared. But instead, they were doing it live for a noble cause, to finally try to kill off traditional TV and put it out of its misery. Ronnie said, "If you listen hard, you can hear baby boomers canceling the last cable subscription packages." There was also a post-show special with comedians Arsenio Hall, Dana Carvey, David Spade, Yvonne Orji, and more, who were all able to make the show as lively as it was. Rock also said that people were asking him why he did not do anything to Will that night, and he responded that he didn't react or respond physically to the Oscars altercation because he had parents who had raised him right. He added, "You know what my parents taught me. Don't fight in front of white people." Rock then dropped the mic and got a standing ovation before walking off stage. The Oscars slap incident was talked about all over, and this made Will Smith publicly apologize for the outburst, and later he resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, which also banned him from attending its events for 10 years. As usual, Jada also addressed the Oscars moment during an episode of Red Table Talk back in June, saying her deepest hope was that the two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk the situation out, and reconcile. In July, Smith shared a video apology on his social media, shedding more light on that night and explaining that he had tried to reach out to Rock. Smith also spoke about the Oscars while on his press tour for Emancipation, including an emotional interview with Trevor Noah on The Daily Show. He said in his video, "I've reached out to Chris and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk. And when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk." Both men have claimed to have tried to reach out to each other without getting any response from the other, but they should take each other's call and make up. The performance was Rock's sixth stand-up special and his second for Netflix after 2018 Seconds Tambourine, directed by Bo Burnham. It seems like Chris Rock Selective Outrage will also be available for streaming on Netflix following the live event, so we can all go watch it and laugh. A fan on Twitter said, "Now that's how you end a show. 10 over 10 Chris Rock Kai wide it. Will Smith deserved every word." Another said, "Chris Rock rocked that. This is what we have all been waiting for. And he truly dropped the mic on this, as he should." Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be considered facts. That's it for this video, guys.